What's up? What's up, everyone? It's Rico and Courtney, Mr. and Mrs. 757, back in action. How you guys like the new set? Looks pretty dope, don't it?
All right.
Okay, so what we're doing here, guys, there is a lot of news going on with the real estate markets in general. Crazy things are going on with crypto, crazy things are going on with the stock market, but one true tested market that hasn't failed us yet or never will is a
Hasn't
real
failed us
estate
yet.
market. The real estate market is off the hook. In the past 80, 70, 80 years, it's only crashed once. So if you're a betting man, put your money in the real estate market. Then you won't have to worry about, oh no, crypto's going down. Oh no, I don't know, stocks are going down. Oh no, this happened in the news and my money's all gone. With real estate, it just continues to grow. And that's why we're putting this show together for you guys to keep you in the know what's happening right now in the real estate market. What an intro, huh?
Right. Very nice.
All right.
So we're going to go break down our prediction for 2026. We are 1 month down and 11 to go, and just kind of giving you our professional opinion based on the data and experience and things that we've seen, so that you can kind of get an idea of what you can expect in Hampton Roads. And we can't speak to a national average, because guess what? Hampton Roads is not in any type of national average. We have the beautiful United States military here. We've got all 5 branches stationed within Hampton Roads. So we are almost hedge about or insulated from what's going on an average. So we're going to take you through what we've been experiencing lately. I feel like January, we've already like prematurely entered into the spring market.
Yeah, everyone's talk about it's going to be a spring market. These last couple of years, we've had the COVID market, which is it was going real estate was going on all year. Now that's slowed down a bit. So everybody in the realtors listen to, as far as their gurus, they're talking about there's going to be again a spring season. However, spring isn't until April. We're in February, and Courtney alluded to the fact that it's happening now.
Right. All of our listings have sold within a fairly decent amount of time. Some even be receiving multiple offers and in just a couple of days. So again, that's indicative of what we are expecting to see this spring. But again, it's already happened, because here in Hampton Roads, there's a lot of pent up demand. Rates just dropped under 6%.
Oh yeah.
And people are living in properties that they've been itching to move out of for a long time, and their rate has almost held them hostage because it's so good.
It's the golden handcuffs.
Right. But in 2026, I feel like we're going to see a lot of people buying and selling all at the same time. So they're going to have to sell their property to buy a new, whether they're upgrading, downsizing, or whatever the case may be. But
the proof of that, we just came back from a sort of a team meeting, and they were talking about there are more homeowners now above the 3.5% mark as far as rates go. Then there's more of those people now than there are people that have a 3.5 or below rate. So that's
interesting.
Yeah, that means they're okay with going with a higher rate, but they need to sell their home first, cash out, take that money, use it as a higher deposit, and maybe they could stay near the payment that they were used to.
Right.
It's a tip for you sellers out there.
Yeah. And I'm also seeing personally, I've had a couple in a row that have sold their home, paid off debts, got debt free, put a chunk of that money, because I mean, we're talking about thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit. So they're taking that money, they're getting debt free, which is eliminating their regular monthly expenses.
Yeah.
Then they're putting that money towards a down payment and then moving into a new property. So it's like they're starting with a fresh start. Now their monthly payment, because both mine have that I'm talking about have moved up in a bigger, better property. So they're bigger and better. Their home mortgage is a little more expensive, but now they're debt free. So their monthly expenses are less, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So so I feel like we may see a lot more of that too in 2026, which is positive.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, so we are moving along. That's what we have seen recently, personally. Let's play this Dave Ramsey clip. I
Okay.
love what he has to say here because I feel like I'm having to speak to buyers and sellers, more buyers in this clip, about this very topic. And
with housing prices
I'm sorry.
yeah, roll it. Roll the tape.
We're rolling it.
being high. No, honey. Housing prices just are. They're not high. They're high compared to yesterday. They're low compared to tomorrow.
There it is.
Yep.
They're not coming back down.
Yeah.
When you say they're high, it's almost as if you think they might come back down. They're not coming down.
School him, Ramsey.
Okay. In 60 years, 70 years, house prices have gone down one
Once.
time
It's actually 80 years.
temporarily in 2008, and they shot back up. One time. If you're going to sit around and wait on one time in 60 or 70 years to happen, you're never getting a house.
Help him.
They're not coming down. You're buying a house the way it is now, and when you're ready.
That's right.
With housing prices being high.
So there it is from the man himself, Dave Ramsey. He's speaking the truth right there. So get in the game. If you're a first-time home buyer, your first home doesn't need to be your forever home. Do what smart people do and keep trading up. It's just a smart thing to do. Get yourself a starter home, live in it for a while. If you need to rent out the other room to offset the mortgage, do that. Boom. Then you could go ahead, either sell that property, cash in, go ahead and get another one, or you could rent that property, save up some money for a down payment, and get another home, and keep doing that till you get to your dream home.
All right. Thanks, Rico.
Yeah, little tip for you there.
So we are expecting to see the average seller in 2026 to be at the age of around 60 years old. A lot of these boomers are selling their homes to downsize, and they're taking that equity that they've just put into a 30-year mortgage, and they're paying cash for their new home. So that's exciting for them, but it also means maybe we're going to have to see a lot more inventory come up and open and available for us this year, more so than before. We are also predicting that there is going to be more sales or real estate transactions in Hampton Roads than we have seen in the past 2 years. So there's an uptick because there's like this buzzword that everyone's using, affordability.
Yeah.
And anyhow, so Rico's going to pull up a slide to kind of show you how affordability has improved. And some of you may be out there like, no, it hasn't. But we're going to show you, as far as real estate goes, how and why and what that looks like.
Yeah. So you take a look at this slide right here. There's the middle part of that is the affordability, which Zillow is putting together as their benchmark, that dotted line in the middle of it. If you take a look at the dotted line, that's the affordability benchmark. It basically says homes are affordable when the monthly cost stays under this dotted line. Well, what's happening is the market isn't fully under that line yet. But here's what's going on. It's moving towards it. Rates are off their peak. Wages are up. Prices have cooled just a bit. They're still going up, but they're cooled.
Yeah.
The translation for people that don't understand the real estate jargon is buyers are getting real breathing room again, and they may not even realize it. So we're here to tell you guys that it's time. It's time for you guys to start buying.
Yeah. So we kind of talked about how the national averages is not what Hampton Roads can really look to. So their homes in the nation in certain markets have been sitting and depreciating in value. I can tell you that here in Hampton Roads, we've not seen any of that. In fact, properties are continuing to go up in value little by little in more of a healthy manner, as opposed to with the COVID days of old where they were like skyrocketing in value. So that's why we can say affordability, it has improved. Okay.
You guys may not believe it, but it has. Those are the facts. You might want to take a look into your personal accounts and figure out what you're doing with your money if you're still crying about affordability. Anyways, that was just like a little jab.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt.
Yep.
But the beautiful thing is once you lock in a mortgage, it doesn't go up. So like we just had a first time home buyers class, and we used an example of a real life family who was renting for 7 years at their townhouse for $1,500, and they bought in 2021. So today, that exact same townhouse is now $2,200 in rent. So their mortgage payment hasn't gone up but a little bit due to taxes and insurance.
Yeah.
But had they stayed in their rental, they would be paying an absurd amount of money for that tiny 3-bedroom, 1-bath townhouse that now goes for $2,200.
Yeah.
So if there's always going to be a reason not to move forward with purchases, and there's always going to be a reason to. So honestly, kind of like Dave Ramsey alluded to in the clip, the sooner you make a move, the better. So, Rico's throwing a little jabs at you there, but that's all in love.
Well, I do this because I want to see you guys succeed. A couple years from now, you're gonna be like, I should have bought in 26, because people that we're talking to now are saying I should have bought in 2020. They were in a good position, but I don't know, they're just listening to the news too much, or listening to mom and dad that bought years and years ago. We are the experts right here, right now, in real time. And I'm telling you, now's the time to start acquiring some assets for the future.
Right. Because there's like some news headlines right now talking about investors not being able to,
like BlackRock and all them.
They're not being able to come in and swipe up all these properties, which is honestly good news.
Yeah, that's good news.
But Hampton Roads, honestly, guys, never really saw
wasn't
an
a thing
influx of that. So again, that helps with affordability as well when you're not up against investors that are taking over.
Yeah,
so to speak. We have a clip from Ricky Carruth that we're going to play for you. And he is a real estate mogul in Alabama. I think he's where he's at.
He's like a national coach. Basically, what's going on, I think within last week, a lot of things are going on. Everyone wants lower rates. The Fed chair is getting replaced. And he talks about it here. Let me go ahead and pull that up really quick at the stage.
He's got a good grip on the pulse of the markets, the real estate market.
Can we talk about what Trump just said about the housing market? He just told you exactly what's coming, and most agents are going to completely miss it. He said he wants home prices to keep going up, not stabilize, not cool off, up. He just nominated
and all the
Kevin
homeowners
Morris
said,
to replace
hey.
Jerome Powell as the Fed chair in May. You know what that means? Rate cuts, baby. Trump would not nominate somebody unless they're going to cut rates. We already saw this first rush in January in the housing market, pending sales surging double digits. And even last week with the epic snowstorm, we watched mortgage applications surge 18% in 1 week. Buyers are flooding back, and that's with rates at 6%. Imagine them at 5.5% or lower. That's going to be the second rush coming. And it's coming in April, May. And here's the biggest problem. Inventory is at 48,000 new listings per week. You know what a normal market is? 80 to 100. We're running at half the supply. Low inventory plus surging demand equals what exactly? Seller's market. The agents stacking listings right now are going to dominate. The agents who are waiting for spring are going to completely miss it.
Not only just the agents, we're talking about you, the actual buyers and sellers. He's talking to you too. This is something that he does for agents, for us to get prepared for it. But like, we're preparing you guys. This is the time. This is it.
This is a time. 2026 is going to be a great year for real estate. Sellers are going to be able to take advantage of the seller's market.
Oh, yeah.
And buyers are going to be able to get in with a decent rate this year. So that's also exciting. So if you need help with anything real estate related, you know where to go. We got you.
Yep. Again, we are Mr. and Mrs. 757. We're signing off. You guys follow us on YouTube, follow us on Spotify, anywhere you watch our podcast. We're on Instagram and we're on Facebook. So we love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.